You appreciate it. Yeah, he's really
I'm just saying, get people to come in for on board to like seems very reasonable.
he's good. He's worked for Bridget. He's got a master's and he's been working as a
I think she's
just to get into.
I didn't have any ill feelings about the other
And
one.
he's been doing it for.
Of course, I had
I-
Tom helped train him.
much contact.
I have problems with
He's
Gerald.
hire him. He's doing terrific. Jerry
That's
said he's
just
heard
me.
compliments. And someone else.
It's good to hear.
So no.
Thank you. I'd like to call the council meeting for June 21st to order. Would the clerk please read roll?
Mr. Amrine?
Here.
Mr. De Leon?
Here.
Mr. Ferrara?
Here.
Mr. Kuhar?
Here.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish? Here. Mr. Sidoti?
Here.
Mr. Turner?
Here.
Ms. Wallach? Here.
Ms. Rosenberg was to do the comments in the Pledge of Allegiance, but she's asked to be excused.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. So I guess I will do the pledge. So please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do I have a motion to,
Can you separate those, please?
yes, to approve the regular meeting minutes from May 17?
First, second.
No, I'll move that.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then I need a motion for the May 31st.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain?
Okay. Okay. Would the clerk, or no, public comment?
There's no one signed
No one?
in. Nope.
Okay. Written communication, clerk?
The certificate of official results of the election on local liquor options, the proof of legal ad publication, and a sample of the official questions and issues ballot for May 2nd, 2023 was received from the Portage County Board of Elections on May 30th, 2023. A letter from Mr. Bernie Noble regarding the permitting process and the state of various properties around town was received on May 24th. An invitation to the Main Street Kent Annual Award Celebration being held on June 13th was received and forwarded to Council on May 25th. The Standing Rock Cemetery Board of Trustees agenda for the June 8th, 2023 meeting was received on June 1st, 2023. Notification from the Portage County Board of Elections regarding the special election to be held Tuesday, August 8th, 2023 was received on June 6th. Various emails from Kent residents and local musicians requesting City Council to consider allowing live music to continue in downtown Kent were received and forwarded to Council on June 6, 2023. The Kent Board of Health meeting agenda and statistical report for June 13th was received on June 8, 2023. Board of Zoning Appeals agenda for the June 19th, 2023 meeting was received on June 12th. The Planning Commission agenda for the June 20th, 2023 meeting was received on June 12, 2023. An email about new business development coming into the south end of Kent was received from Ms. Doria Daniels, chairwoman of the Historic South End Association of Kent, was received on June 13, 2023. And then I have some additional communications that were received. I received the approved meeting minutes from Portage County Solid Waste Management Policy Committee meeting that was held on June 16th, 2022. I received that on June 14th, 2023. An email from Joan Seidel was received on June 15th, 2023 regarding the Kent South End Health Fair being held on June 24th, 2023. Board of Health special meeting agenda for June 27th was received on June 20th, and also the Civil Service Commission meeting agenda for June 26th was received on June 21st.
Heidi?
Did you share with us the minutes of the Portage County Recycling District, or will you?
I can.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion for the city manager's report?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Dave, do you have anything else to add?
Actually, I just want to say I had the pleasure of welcoming 1,000+ people into our downtown for the Greater Ohio Bike GOBA. What's the A? Is it association? They're spending the night tonight, and they'll ride tomorrow and spend the next night as well here in downtown Kent. And I think there was some music as we walked in over across from next to the hotel. I believe that's part of that. So there's about 100 people staying in the hotel. The rest are camping over at Fred Fuller Park, and Angela's got showers installed, and it's quite a big deal. So I welcome some, because the mayor would normally do that, but I think he's had surgery today. We have not heard. We wish him well, but man, was it exciting to see all these people. They loved Kent so far. So
Good.
yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Standing committees and legislation committee as a whole.
Do I have a motion for the June 7th committee meeting?
So
minutes?
moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll approve the action.
Okay.
Second.
Second by Garrett to approve the new city flag. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Do I
I'll
have a
make
motion?
motion for the
Okay.
amendment or appointment of the Civil Service Commission. Second.
Okay. And I need a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And I'll make a motion to authorize and insert the names into legislation.
Matthew Hathaway?
Yes.
Yes. All those,
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Would the clerk read draft 2023-036 in title only?
Draft 2023-036, a resolution appointing Matthew Hathaway to the Civil Service Commission and declaring an emergency.
Move suspension.
Suspension.
Second.
Clerk, read roll, please.
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes.
Move adoption.
Second?
Clerk, read roll.
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-036 passes.
Would the clerk read draft 2023-037 in title only?
Draft 2023-037, an ordinance adopting the new design for an official flag for the city of Kent, Ohio, repealing Resolution 1975-155, and declaring an emergency.
Move suspension.
Second.
Would the clerk read roll?
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes. Move adoption.
Second.
Okay. I think I should have asked any comments, right?
Oh, that's right.
Comments? No? Okay. Would the clerk read title, please? Or read roll?
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Ordinance 2023-037 passes.
Okay. Health and Safety Committee, Mr. Sidoti?
Yes, I'd like to move the committee meeting minutes of June 7, 2023.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Now I'd like to move the actions that are recommended.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Finance Committee.
Okay. I'll move the committee meeting minutes. There are none. I'll just, the draft that we have, one draft.
Okay, would the clerk read draft 2023-038 in title only?
Draft 2023-038, an ordinance authorizing the city manager or his designee to submit and accept any grant award from the Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council NOPEC Foundation not to exceed $40,000 and declaring an emergency.
Move suspension.
Second.
Would the clerk read roll, please?
Mr. Farrar?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Move adoption.
Second.
Roll, please.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Ordinance 2023-038 passes.
Okay. Is there any unfinished business? Any new business? Mr.
It
De
was
Leon?
just brought to my attention that if we're planning on doing something for the Heritage Festival with the flags, we may need some seed money. What do you think? To purchase the little flags, or, I don't know, we haven't got any prices on them or anything? Yeah. Can you?
One of the things we talked about during the presentation.
Better go to the microphone.
Gotta go to the microphone.
Please, thanks.
Yeah, you're all dressed for it. You're dressed for it, you got your chapeau.
Don't you love that?
I didn't want to dick.
Name and address.
Kenny Crookston, 631 Vine Street. One of the things we talked about during our presentation 2 weeks ago was, what does that rollout look like? Options that are available, who does that, how does that conversation start? And I know we talked about in the committee, if we were asked to do that, we'd be more than happy to participate in whatever that looked like.
Mr. Sodi?
I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my only concern is that July 1st is coming
Right around
real
the corner,
quick.
yeah.
Can we get those flags delivered that quick if we were to get miniature flags?
I mean, if we started calling tomorrow, we could only find out, you know.
I don't think we were getting a whole bunch, were we? What do you-
I don't know, like, what's the difference between buying 20 and 500, you know what I mean, like.
More than that.
Heidi?
Yeah, I guess it would be great if we could have some kind of proposal and also maybe be able to offer the city booth to the flag committee. And maybe those of us on council could come in and out, you know, to help promote it. And
Right.
but it would be, people love giveaways. And I think that, you know, in today's printing market, you're right. If you order 20, it's probably very similar to the cost of ordering 2,000. So I think I would order on the higher end, and that way we would have, because it's going to be a
We
permanent.
use them for other things.
It's a permanent thing, so, yeah, we could. So I don't know if we could, like, maybe set an amount? Is there also a brochure that you guys have, or some kind of written material or display that you could put up?
We could have we can bring the displays that were on display. And by the way,
Yeah.
I'm John Ridinger,
Right.
55 Lightning Lane, for the record.
Thank you, John.
We can bring the displays that we had at the library, and at least we can bring the central, and we can have all three there just so people can get that final look at it. But I'm thinking, I think if we could find something to get little mini flags, or even just a little handout or something,
Stickers?
that would be something
Stickers,
that's
pins, whatever.
Mini
afford, you know, it's low cost, but it's gonna get the distribution out. The good news is the flag is public domain. It will not need to be licensed or anything, so any local businesses, they just need to get the vector image from Zach.
Do you have like a suggested limit for this? Like, if we would, because we need to, while we're here, we need to provide some kind of budget, right?
Correct.
Today.
Well, but
Roger?
Well, I want to ask Hope a question. So Hope, could we just, since they need to get moving on this pretty quickly, could we pass some kind of resolution to say up to, they could utilize up to $1,000 or something like that of our funds, and say that we can designate the city manager's office, let's say, that they could work with the city manager's office with
Sure.
that money? Could we do something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because anytime if they buy something, we're going to want to make sure that they have our certificate of exemption, so.
But I guess what I'm going with that is that Jerry isn't here, but do we have money, we have council money?
We'll spend the mayor's budget.
Yeah.
He's down here.
He's not here.
He's not here. I was kind of getting to that point there, Mr. Ferrara.
I think as, you know, as evidenced by some of the stuff that we had done previously, like,
Right.
I think we were all very fiscally conservative as far as what
Right.
we were spending money on and
Right.
how we're working that, so. We would
Right.
Work
continue,
that
we
out.
would definitely
Yes.
continue to do that.
John, did you work with Patty last time in my office? Was that who? Yeah, I would say we could do that.
Yeah, she was
No,
great.
Amy.
They worked with me.
Oh, with Amy?
Yeah,
I'm
it came
sorry.
out of it came out of council.
Patty was there at the beginning, and then Amy. took
Okay.
over.
Yeah, it came out
Okay.
of council.
Everything was done real
Well, there we go.
Okay.
And the mayor's gone, so Amy?
So now we have to decide how much.
Okay, Robin?
I would,
Yeah, first off, I think it would have to be an ordinance, so not a resolution. Resolution's not a, yeah.
You can do it by motion tonight.
by motion
We do
No,
not
I meant,
need,
it has to
yeah.
be, it can't be a resolution, it can be an ordinance, because a resolution
We
is
don't have
not.
time for an ordinance tonight.
Right.
You can just you can just do a voice
vote.
motion.
Voice vote? Okay.
Committee of the
Yeah.
whole kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think options, and I don't want to get too out because, like you say, we work on a really condensed time schedule. But, you know, kids, balloons, you know, with the flag on it and whatever else we can get that they might have an opportunity to take with them. If we're budgeting for something like that, and this is a big rollout, with the children especially, with the,
All in a week, yes.
yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have that kind of foresight. But if we could do that, that might be good. I just think it's a tremendous idea that was brought up that we have the little flags and all this stuff, but especially opportunity for the kids and any kind of things, educational things about the meaning of the flag and what the symbols are about on there, so people can educate themselves regarding that.
I totally agree, and I think, we'd be more than happy to be at the booth talking about that. John's always done a great job of.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
There.
one of the things we do at the Historical Society is we create coloring pages, and that might be a good thing to do with the flag.
Yeah, that would be neat.
That'd be
So,
good.
yeah.
That would be easy to do.
Yeah, that would be very easy to do. Roger?
Well, something else I just thought of, don't we have someone who's on our Chamber of Commerce who does a fundraising, who prints all kinds of things, and, what's his name? Gosh, I don't know. Where's the cowboy hat?
Terry?
Terry. I wonder if they could get a hold of Terry. He's a local guy, and that might be, he might be able to expedite is all I'm thinking. I'm thinking less about the money, more about the time frame,
Can I ask, John, you had said in your presentation you wanted to tweak the color because the way it printed was not the way you envisioned it. Have you resolved
I
that?
think it's more, well, no, that would be more that when it's printed, we have to see it.
Okay.
So I think with this rollout, it's not super critical that it's the exact right thing, but when we get an official one that's on display at City Hall, when we get an official one that's flown at government buildings, yes, we should have that defined better when they're printed by an actual flag maker versus this kind of quick mass production to get it out.
Great. Roger, do you want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to move that we have our flag committee work with Amy in the mayor's office and expend up to $1,000 to create, the types of different things. It could be a variety of things, little flags on poles or
Stickers.
buttons or stickers or things like that.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Heidi?
I guess I would just ask if that's going to be enough
Yeah.
for the kind of crowds we have at Heritage Festival. So could we say, could we give another kind of, from 1,000 to 1,500 or something? Like, or give the discretion to the city
You want me
manager.
to amend my motion?
Well,
No?
can we give the discretion to the city manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with that, Roger?
I'll make that part of the motion.
Okay.
Have
Okay.
the city manager's discretion as to
Yes.
how much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments? You second, Robin? Did you? Who seconded it?
Garrett.
Garrett did. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, thank you very much,
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks.
I'll be there in the morning.
Any council member comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, hang on. Robin?
But they're working on it.
Let John go.
John? Go ahead.
I had a real good thing to say before, but I forgot already.
Could have been that good.
Yeah. Well, this is probably better. As council people and elected officials, we're kind of like a train on a track, and we're governed on what we do, how we do it, and we have ordinances and laws and procedures and a lot of things that we have to go by before we make our decisions. And sometimes things will come in front of us that our personal feelings get in the way of the correct decisions to make, or maybe they're just not the right decisions to make. And, we get approached with eloquent speeches and empathetic situations and just all kinds of things to try to pull us off those tracks. But, as elected officials, we have to always remember that we need to stay on those tracks, and we can't be swayed, even though popular opinion might try to drag us off the facts. We have to do what's right under the rules, regulations, guidelines, and everything that we have to follow. And I think sometimes the people that we're serving need to remember that and not hold us, I don't know, at bay or something because they didn't like the decisions that we make. Because it's hard sometimes. And so that's all.
Thank you. Robin?
When I came here tonight, I was unaware that one of our council people had lost their mother, and I want to extend deepest sympathies and condolences to Michael. That is a most difficult thing to have to deal with and go through. And council people are with you during your time. I met your mother a couple of occasions, and she is a brilliant lady, and I'm just so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
Second that.
I will concur. There is no mayor's report.
New business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't I do new business?
That's what
Yeah,
I
That's-
was
you
doing.
did, I missed it.
That was the flag thing, I thought.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
okay.
Do you have some? Yeah.
I do. I'd like to make a motion to refer to the Health and Safety Committee to put a moratorium on vape shops and medical marijuana, new medical marijuana licenses, as well as discuss adult use, because that's probably going to be voted on. So I'd rather get ahead of this. So that's my motion.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, comments?
So, yeah, so the proliferation of the vape shops is depressing. I'm concerned that, one, they're selling non-regulated material there, first and foremost. We've had 2 crimes there. They will more than likely be, I'm concerned that they'll more than likely become the gateway for adult use marijuana if it does get on the ballot and pass the state, which I'd be willing to bet that it would. But if that's the case, we don't need 20 more vape shops. We don't need 20 more head shops in Kent. And so it'd be better to be ahead of that than wait till after something happens, and then we're stuck trying to get rid of businesses that are already here. So,
Heidi?
Well, I'm in support of the vape shop. I'm not sure if we are able to put a moratorium on a business, because you know, in certain ways, I just don't know if it's legal. And then I'm more concerned about the medical marijuana, because I think the state has that authority.
well, we can regulate where, it's all for discussion, right? Of where it could be, where we want it. I just want the city to take control and not be reactive to that. So I understand where you're coming
Roger?
from.
Well, the reason I seconded it is because exactly what you said. I thought I heard you say to put it into discussion, to have some discussion and look at all of the ramifications, because it's consistent with what we did when George Joseph, the superintendent, was here, and we supported the issue of the vape shops selling to underage. So I think that this is just consistent. All it is we're going to have it ongoing now. There's a second part to this, and so that's why I support that motion. And I think it should be in Jones, the health and it would be your committee, right?
Yeah. John?
Oh, for some reason, I feel like I'm getting dragged off the track, and I'm not so sure that we can do that either. I think I would rather abstain and have our law department do a little more research before we vote on it.
Okay. Robin?
Yeah, I never have a problem with education and discussion, and ultimately we will find out what barriers there are. And we'll do that through bringing it to council, and we'll have legal authority here that will be able to kind of constrain us from directions we might want to move that aren't maybe legal and so forth. But I think originally I was a little concerned about where Garrett was going. But I think that it's all appropriate to do it that way. To be proactive in dealing with it is, I think, gives us an opportunity to be able to thrash it out. So I don't think there's any hurt in doing that. I think that's something that we as a legislative body probably ought to be taking up. So,
Could I make an amendment?
Anytime you want.
Yeah.
Can.
Amendment that if we would approve the contents of the motion based on the results of the finding of our law director?
Well, we've had any discussion yet.
Whether it's legal or not,
Pardon me, yeah.
whether it's legal.
So you got to second it for discussion.
I have a second on that?
I'm not seconding it. I'm just wondering what the original motion was, because it sounded like that was part of the original motion.
Similar.
To have the discussion about banning, or let's just say controlling vape shops and
You're
medical
talking
and
about a
adult use
discussion
marijuana.
or
Yeah.
actually doing
The
it?
motion
The
was
motion was to put it
Put
into
it in
committee.
committee.
into committee.
Okay, well,
Yep,
I'm
so-
fine with it.
Want to withdraw
Sorry if
your...
I wasn't clear.
I'll withdraw my amendment.
Okay. Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor of, did we get a second on that?
We did,
Yeah.
Roger. Yes.
Yeah, Roger did. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other new business, council member comments? We've done no mayor's report. Would somebody move an executive session to discuss employee evaluation and compensation? Do I have a second?
Second?
Would the clerk read roll, please?
Mr. Amrine?
Yes.
Mr. De Leon?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara?
Yes.
Mr. Kuhar?
Yes.
Ms. Schaefer-Bish?
Yes.
Mr. Sidoti?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
And Ms. Wallach?
Okay.
You guys get to go early.